Hello, 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 family. We're going to try some new things today. Greetings to each and every one of you. Y'all go ahead and get some paper, get some pen. We want to say hello in advance to all of our guests. Let's go to a couple of the shout outs we want to make mention. You guys have been so kind on today, blessing us with just encouragement. It's just good to be in a network and to be in an industry, to be in a space where people are always encouraging one another. We want to say hello to Mr. Sean Cole tonight. Hopefully you're on the call, on the presentation, wherever you are. Shout out to you. Minister Camellia, amen. We love you, darling. I know that's right. How can I get one of those? Well, you're logged on and you're already plugged in and connected, so we are grateful for you. My cousin, beloved Bishop Eric, man, much love. We're excited for what God is doing out in your neck of the woods. Great things are happening. Mr. Matt, thank you, sir, for chiming in. Mr. Les, thank you, sir, for chiming in, letting us know that we're reaching out to you. Shelly, thank you so much. Yes, that was a picture of none other than Italy, and I'm glad to know that you've been there already. So maybe you'll be our host, our guide for when we go that way ourselves. So we're very excited about our opportunities on tonight that we're going to be sharing. Aaron, thank you. Yes, sir. It is absolutely amazing just to go a few places. And you know that most people, it's changed a lot. Thank God it has changed. The world has shrunk, as they say. It's gotten smaller. We've become more of a global village. People are literally going places that they never thought possible before. And this is a company and an opportunity that we'll be sharing tonight that certainly gives us even more so of that opportunity. And we're grateful for that. There were so many people in years past. I mean, they didn't go much out of their state ever. Definitely not out of the country or the continent. So we're seeing much more of that happening. That's very, very exciting. Miss Gail, yes, beloved, it is absolutely real. As real as the air I'm breathing right now, and I'm not holding my breath. And the ground I'm standing on, no, I'm not walking on water. So yes, it is real. Shout out to Mr. Danny is in the house. Minister Lisa is in the house. My main man from Brooklyn, Brooklyn's finest is in the house. Nathaniel, shout out to you. It was good talking to your sister on today. I believe that she'll do well. She'll do well. Just listening to her talk on today, I believe that she will do well. Give her my regards in that area. Well, listen, guys, we got a lot of ground to cover and a short time to get there. I'm so grateful for every one of you logging in and connecting to today's or this evening's broadcast. If someone, which I hope that is the case, invited you to this space, go ahead and thank them now. They really think the world of you. They think a whole lot about you. Really, that's no stretch of my imagination. That's no exaggeration. That's just the gospel truth. They think the world of you. They think that you should be doing more traveling, that you should be enjoying yourself more frequently. They think that you should be spending a whole lot less than what you would be spending otherwise. And they think that you probably should be making some extra money and being able to do with that extra money what you choose to, whether it's being a greater blessing to your home, your family, your ministries, your charities, or paying off debt, or whatever those things are. So they think so much of you, and thank you for thinking enough of them and us to be on this broadcast tonight. Go ahead and write this date down real quick. I need you to do this. Write down the 27th of February. The 27th of February at 7 p.m. Central. That's a Thursday, 2 Thursdays from now, in fact. The Lord said, Same Creek Don't Rise. We're going to be right here in this spot, and we're going to be giving away another free vacation. And I said another, yes, because on just the 13th, the day before Valentine, in fact, shout out again to all the lovely persons who were able to enjoy their Valentine. I hope yours as well. We had a great one ourselves. But the day before Valentine, we gave away a vacation, and someone was the recipient, a grateful recipient. I believe her name, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Deborah Sullivan, I believe is her name. And we are waiting for her to select. I think we gave her like 12 locations that she'll be able to go to. And we're waiting to hear back from her. And as soon as we do, she'll have that certificate that will allow her to take those 3 nights in that location of her choice. And we're grateful to be able to do that. And we're going to do it again and again and again and again and again. And maybe you'll be the recipient of that. And we hope that to be the case. If you are a guest on this broadcast, invited by one of our team members, would you make sure that you inbox them? And I'm going to give you some information in just a moment. I want to give you the information to make sure that you're in on that next drawing. You do not want to miss it. Apostle Deborah, love you, darling. I hope and pray that you enjoyed the birthday on last week. Thank you so very much for your leadership. Minister Lisa, yes, Deborah Sutton, thank you. I messed that up. So let's make sure that she has made her selection, and we're going to get that to her. We want her to take pictures. We want her to video because, we are in an age. It's a lot of skepticism. It's nothing new under the sun. There's a lot of skeptics, and for good reasons. There's a lot of scams out there and all that. But let me tell you this. I wouldn't have my name associated with anything that was scamish, anything that was getting over on people, anything that was taking advantage of people. That's just me personally. And anybody that knows me, that really knows me, that they would know that to be true. So the thing of it is, if we say we're going to give you a free vacation, well, let me classify some things. This does not cover, as we have pointed out, it wasn't even fine print. We made bold statements. It does not cover your transportation. It does not cover your food and your drinks. This is your accommodation, the place where you'll be staying, 3 nights. And it's about a value of about $750. All you're covering is the taxes. And the taxes will probably be about $60 or so. So just do the math. So you're paying $60 for something that would otherwise cost you about $750. Free enough, right? So that's how that goes. So we're very excited for all of you on that. Listen, here's what I'm going to do. I have with me some extra technology that's going to help me. I hope it's going to help me. I'm going to try my best to make it happen in a way that I'll be able to share my screen. And I'm going to do this almost seamlessly. It's going to be the first time I'm doing it in this way because I'm looking at another device at the same time. And when I share my screen, I need to know that I'm much smaller and that my PowerPoint is much larger. So let me just go ahead and see if I can get this thing set up right. I'm going to try to put it together. Give me just one moment. Let's see if I can get it like this. Do it like that. Share. No, give me just 1 minute. So almost there, y'all. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, I did something wrong. Let's see what I did wrong. Okay, give me just 1 moment because I obviously did something wrong. And I need to get that right for you to see this thing. Give me just 1 moment as I'm pulling it together. Thank you so very much for your patience. There we go. All right. I think we're good with it. Now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to bring up my other device just to make sure that you guys can see me appropriately. And if that is the case, you'll be able to see me. And I should be smaller. And let me look at my phone too. I can also do that. I should be much smaller. And my PowerPoint should be much larger as I go through these. So if that's the case, go ahead and send me a message to make sure that is the case for you all. Because I want to make sure you guys can really see. Because I've had some people that have given me some good feedback. And they want to follow along a little more thoroughly. And this will allow them to do that. Okay, I'm looking at it and it looks great on my side. All right, so let me just go ahead and thank you again for your patience. But let me really point out who we are. This particular presentation is put together by a team called Joshua Generation. We're a team of faith-based entrepreneurs. We're kingdom-minded. We're faith-focused. We love God. We love each other. And here's our vision: to create a thriving team of international travel agents who work together, support each other, and are growing in leaps and bounds. And I am so godly proud of all of our team members who have come together for such a time as this, like-minded individuals, one person supporting another person. If ever you wanted to be a part of an organization that thinks like this, that operates like this, I would highly encourage you to get with the person that has definitely invited you to this presentation. Now, if you haven't done this already, please write down the date, because just like we did on the 13th, as I mentioned a few moments ago, on the 27th of February, 7 p.m. Central, that is, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to give away another vacation. It's going to be a free vacation giveaway. We want you to get acquainted. We want you to meet our new travel agents. We're going to really highlight some of those individuals, and shout out to all of our new team members. This past week, we had a handful come in, and we're so grateful and excited for them trusting us to share with them the things that we have been learning. Now, my wife and I, Kendra, we've been in the industry for 4 years. I have one aunt who's been in the industry for 12, another aunt that's been in the industry for 30 years. So I'm telling you, this is an industry, if you didn't know this already, called travel. Is literally the oldest and the most lucrative industry on the planet. In fact, about $8 trillion every single year is being spent in the travel sector. That's annually, and is projected to grow over the next 10 years all the way up to as much as $12.5 trillion, especially when you consider the type of traveling experience Generation X and Generation Y are now bringing to the table. Remember, there was a time, as I mentioned earlier, that it wasn't a whole lot of traveling unless you were in the military or you had a profession that required travel. But most families, unless they were very well-to-do, there wasn't a whole lot of travel. But now everybody is traveling. I'm talking about kids, teenagers, man, 20 years old, and their passport has everything on it, And, some of us, we didn't go anywhere really until we were 30 or 40 or 50, and some still haven't gone anywhere. Where all of that is changing. We are no longer in an 8-track age. We are digital, baby. We are MP3, right? So things have happened. And we're showing people how you can get into a space that at one time it was locked away. It was no way in the world, unless you had $100,000 or maybe even $500,000 to invest, where you're going to be able to get positioned into an industry that you can really turn into a very lucrative career. Or shout out to Mr. David Hart and Mrs. Adela Hart. About 8 years ago, in fact, March will make it our 8th year in the business of travel altogether. About 8 years ago, they started a company called Paid to Save Travel. Amazing leaders, I call them the generous geniuses. They have put this thing so well together. Their whole endeavor is to make sure that everyone wins. They've created a company where there are no losers. The customers win because they are able to get prices and service that they cannot find elsewhere. The persons who are agents win because literally we're getting so much free travel. I mean, it's ridiculous. We're traveling now more than ever before. In the past year, not 2019, my wife and I, we traveled in 1 year more than we would in the past 4 or 5 years combined, simply because of this company. Everyone wins, no one loses. And shout out again to Mr. David Hart and Mrs. Adela and all of the team leaders in corporate and all of the field leaders across not only the United States, but operating now in more than 41 nations strong. If you haven't done this, go ahead and text the word travel feedback to 830-522-2110. And when you do that, you're going to get a text back, and it will allow you to enter the drawing coming up on the 27th of February at 7 p.m. Central. Now, what I want to do real quick is talk about some of the most, I'll call them my most favorite reasons why I simply love what it is we do. Number one, net zero pricing. That's what we call it, net zero pricing. That means there's a zero margin of markup. There's no profitability in the prices that we receive in terms of when we're traveling for ourselves. It's just like if you went shopping and you were buying a new suit, purse, shoes, whatever the case was, and you were paying the price that you would pay from the manufacturer. You were getting manufacturing prices. I mean, it would be different from the retail prices, whether you're going to Macy's or Dillard's or wherever you would go. You would pay retail prices there. But if you had manufacturing prices, I mean, how much money would you save? If you go buy a new car, you know that even if they mark it down with all the rebates and all the coupons and all the, the stuff they do when you're buying a new car, come on, let's face it. you're paying retail. Even when they told you and you told everybody else you got a good deal, it was off the truck, so forth and so on, you still paid, come on now, you still paid some markup. Why? Because that's how the business stays in business. Well, we broke that model. We changed it completely, and that's because of the generous geniuses that I've mentioned already. They have literally reduced our prices for our travel agents down to net zero pricing. That's one of the reasons why we stay. That's one of the reasons why we keep what we have, because when we travel, we have the most ridiculous rates that you can think of. So that's one of my most favorite reasons. And I want somebody to go ahead and write this in the notes. And I think you guys can, I can see your notes. Hopefully I can in a moment. I want you guys to write this down. Never pay retail again. We mean that. If you see an opportunity, and if you not just see it, but seize it with what we're talking about, you will never have to pay retail prices as it relates to travel again. And that's great news, guys. Number two, here's my second most favorite reasons. I'm only going to give you 6. Number 2, when you get started from day one, from the jump street, we say back home, immediately, sooner than at once, quicker than right now, y'all, you get 3 bonus trips just because. Somebody put that in the notes. Just because you took a step of faith, just because you took a risk, just because you move, you didn't just stay a skeptic, you didn't just stay in analytical mode and the logics and all of this trying to figure it. Look, we're still learning things as travel agents as we go, but this much we know: when we got started, we were given 3 trips right off the top. We didn't have to recruit anybody for it. We didn't have to sell anything for it. We got it. Somebody put it in the notes. Just because. If you would like to get a just because vacation, in fact, if you would like to triple that, go ahead and get with the person. Inbox them quickly. Text them quickly. Say, count me in. How do I get started? That's the second most favorite reason I have about this paid to save travel opportunity that we have become a part of. Number 3, because we're also able to save enormously on not just travel, guys, but entertainment, shopping, and even dining. As you can probably tell over the past few years, brother has added on a few pounds. I'm working on that, all right? Maybe I need to work a little bit harder, but still, nonetheless, I'm working on it. Well, dining is one of those things. Most people love to go out and eat. Well, how about cutting your dining bill in 30% or 40% off? Because that's what you'll be doing with our program. Literally, when you are part of the Paid to Save Travel platform, you're going to be given so many benefits, to include the sector of dining. We have over 75,000 participating restaurants that when you go out to eat at those same restaurants where everybody else is paying the full price, your meal is going to be cut down and cut back considerably. Not the portion of food that you get, but the price that you have to pay for it. That's very important. Not only that, but the same will apply for entertainment. When you go out, my favorite is the movies. We don't pay retail prices anymore. Our tickets are cut down 30 to 40%. When we go out, whether it's a game, could be a college game, could be NFL, it could be NBA, or whatever your thing is. It could be a concert. It could be a show, wherever that show might be. If it requires a ticket, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not using the Paid to Save travel platform, could I tell you, you're throwing money out of the window. Now, if that's your thing, don't worry about it. We'll make sure we'll find out where you're driving, and we'll come behind you and try to scoop it back up. But if you want to keep more of your hard-earned dollars in your pocket, you need to be wise about it and use the Paid to Save travel platform. So we save enormous amounts of money in entertainment, in shopping, dining, all of that. Online shopping takes place with us. It's like Amazon, but for us it's better. There's no annual fee. And number 2, the items are shipped to our door without any extra shipping fee. And we get $100 put into our account every month to shop with. So not only are we beating their prices just from the very beginning, but we're also giving money every single month that allows us to save even more money. Here's another thing that you'll love. My 4 favorite reasons. It's called Dreamcation. Somebody go ahead and put Dreamcation in the comments. Put it like this: I need a Dreamcation. In fact, late tonight, I'm going to go back online. Last year, I've had 3 of them. I'm going to go online tonight. It's about that time again to set up my next one. Listen, we have dreamcations around the world, guys. Over 2,000 destinations strong and growing. And our prices range for the whole week. That's 7 nights, y'all. Prices, I would say the max, $199 for 7 nights. But most of us who are really serious about this thing because we're platinum members, how about $0.00? Max 200 for us, $0.00. Multiple vacations, at least 2 to 3 times a year. How is this possible? Because of what we have as our platform. The Dreamcation platform is a game changer. Not only are we able to put all the money we invest into our travel business into this, what we call Dreamcation platform, but our company CEO, I told you, Generous Genius, they match what we put in. So you're getting 2 for 1. For every dollar you're putting in, you're getting $2 that you'll be able to travel on for your own vacation. We call it the 401k travel fund. Not only that, but when you make referrals, when others decide to join you and they want to be a part of what it is you're doing, whether they're going to build it as a business or they just want to use it as a club just to travel more themselves. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people that they probably have these things called timeshares. Those things are played out. If you want to really travel more where you want to travel, when you want to travel, you don't want those maintenance fees every month. You don't want those mortgages that you're going to have to pay. We've had 4 of them ourselves. I know what I'm talking about. This is the way to go. When you refer 3 people, you don't even have, depending on the platform you're on, you don't even have a monthly fee, guys. It just can't get any more simpler than that. Go ahead and put it in the notes. I need not a vacation, a dreamcation, because that's really what you want. But the 5th reason, we have a hotel site, and it's a personal site. In fact, I need every one of our team members, Team Josh for Generation. Would you go ahead, go to the comments, please, right away, and put in your own personal hotel site. Mama used to say, I can show you better than I can tell you. That's what we're going to do tonight. I want us to show you what a personal hotel site will look like and why you should have one yourself. You should have your own personal hotel site. Let me tell you what happens when you have your own personal hotel site. Number 1, when you send it out to your circle of persons that, family, friends, acquaintances, associates, and people in all those various categories, everybody's not going to use it. Let's just be plain. Let's just be real. Everyone is not going to use it. And we got to get out the idea that everybody's going to support you. Everybody's going to, patronize. That's not true. It's not. It's just not going to happen. But you don't need everybody. You just need a few. Here's why. Because when you send your site out to one person, number 1, it's going to do something for them. Here's what's in it for them. Every single time they make a booking, they're going to get credits for the booking they made. And those credits add up to free travel. The more they book, the more free travel they receive. So that's their incentive. It's called incentivized sharing. Now that they're getting free travel, what do you think they're going to do? They're happy. They're going to start sharing it with other people. Now, they're not in the business. You are. But here's what happens. When they shared it with that next person, because they're not in the business, you are, and it's your site they're sharing, now that next person they shared it with that you probably don't even know who they are, now that person is going to begin getting free credits and eventually travel credits and eventually free travel as a result. But here's what happens. You're still going to get a 25% commission. Now you got 2 people when they use it. You're getting those commissions. Well, what happens when they keep on sharing? They can share it, ladies and gentlemen, with 1 million+ people from here to China. And here's what's going to happen. Every single individual that uses that site, which belongs to you, you're going to get a 25% commission on their bookings. This is phenomenal. There is absolutely no limitations on it. It can go around the world and back and start all over again. This is a total game changer. No longer are we restricted and locked into using like Priceline or Expedia. And let me just give them a shout out. Here's why. Those are the 2 mega multi-billion-dollar corporations. If you did research right now, you'll find out that out of the top 10 companies doing business online, Priceline and Expedia, listen carefully, those 2 names, travel companies, are on the list. Here's a clue. They know what they're doing, and they're doing it well, and they're making billions of dollars doing it. Now we're showing you how you can get a piece of that pie. You don't have to become $1 billion company, not even $1 million company. But how would you like to have the opportunity to grow this thing and you have a 6-figure income simply sharing your own personal hotel site? Your customers do their own booking. You're simply earning commissions time and time again because you're in position like never before. So I want to say to you real quick, please, if someone invited you to this presentation on our team, Team Joshua Generation, go ahead and try it for yourself. You can sign up on their hotel site. Here's the price. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. Go ahead and do that right away. Number 6, and this is our last thing, and we're almost out. You thought about becoming a travel agent. I know. Most people have. I used to think about it all the time. Thing is, I never did it until one day I had a conversation with my Aunt Janice, and she said, Mel, it just doesn't make sense. You guys are already doing this. You're already doing that. Why are you on the other side paying and not receiving? You're an entrepreneur already. Why don't you? And I said, you know what? You're right. You sure is right. And that was 4 years ago, and we have hit the ground running. We've not looked back since. We have immensely enjoyed it. For those of you who are couples, let me tell you this. Sometimes couples need something to strengthen their mutual satisfaction and vision as it relates to things that they have in common and things that they can work together on. My wife and I were both entrepreneurs, but we've always had different passions or different interests in business. You know, she was in the Mary Kay stuff and she enjoyed all that. And I was in health and wellness and I enjoyed all of that. And those are great fields. Those are great sectors, $billion companies, great industry, all that. Shout out to all the people doing well in those industries. But we were separate. But 4 years ago, we started doing this. And let me tell you, we are working this thing together. So if you're a couple, this is something that you can have amazing experiences working together. I couldn't encourage you enough to do that. Not only that, but a lot of your children will benefit. I have a daughter and a son. They love to travel, and they're also a part of our team. And this is something we can pass on to our children, our children, our children, and their children as well. Travel agent, here's why you would want to look into this and get all of your questions answered, because you can become a completely certified travel agent with numerous perks, bells and whistles, everything from the fam trips, which is short for familiarization, not family, but your familiarization trips will be your invites around the globe. You have all of these vendors that want you to come to them. They're going to wine you, dine you. They're going to take you through the tours. They're going to show you everything so that you can go back. In fact, before you even get back home, you videoed everything, you've snapshotted everything, and you've sent it out to everybody you know. And guess what? You have bookings like this because they have been impressed with what you were able to see for yourself firsthand. That's what a fam trip is all about. You have dozens and hundreds of opportunities every single year to do that. Some people you might know, they love to do it towards to Israel, Africa, Australia, Brazil, different places in Mexico, wherever they want to go, India. We have fam trips with your name on them, and you will be able to get those same trips, those destinations, pennies on a dollar. We also have the free cruise. I love cruises. Those are my favorite experiences. And let me just tell you, if you love cruises, the cruise you're going to love the most is the one that's free. So you definitely want to get in a position to get what this program would offer you. If you love hotel rooms that are beautiful and luxurious, and they usually might run you $200, $300, $400 a night, and that's how you like to roll, we want to tell you to keep your taste, keep the level of your satisfaction. But how would you like to get the same thing for $49 to $69 by finishing one of the certificates in our industry? We can get that for you. How would you like to earn 70 to 80% commissions on vacations that you are going to take anyway? And there's so many people that are going to take the vacations with you. I mean, why go and not earn anything? I've met so many people. They're this type of person. Maybe it's you. I don't know. Are you this type of person that you're the point person in the place of business or in the ministry or in the family? Everybody's going to give you all the information. They want you to do all the research. They want you to set everything up. And now that you got it set up, everybody's going to literally go where they wanted to go. Watch this. But you weren't certified. You weren't a travel agent, so you didn't make a dime. How about earning 70 to 80% commissions every single time you do the booking? This is our program. Not only that, how about building a team of travel agents, not just in your city, not just in your state, not just even in your nation. Shout out to all of the various partners we have all around the world and more than 41 nations strong now. We're so thankful. Even the Team Joshua generation, we have members outside of the United States who are building worldwide teams. It's exciting to say the least. Professional development, career training, multiple opportunities for free vacations every single year, and even the opportunity, how about, of getting a car paid $600 a month. Now, we have some requirements. There are several levels of cars that you can get. It has to be blue, it has to be white, has to be black, has to be within the past 2 years of a model, and I believe the Caddy, the BMW, the Audi, the Tesla. There's a few others. There's about 7 of them that you can choose from. But if you're good with that, how about that as one of the benefits? So listen, guys, here's what I'm going to do in closing. There's a special team incentive that I've been telling you about. If you haven't done it already, I need you to do this. Text the word travel feedback, no spaces in between. Join those words together. Travel feedback. Join them together. Text travel feedback to 830-522-2110. You're going to get a text back. It'll give you all the information you need about literally being in position to enter the drawing, and it'll give you some more information about what our team does behind the scenes and how it can be of value and benefit to you. The drawing itself is going to be on the 27th of February. That's a Thursday. It's going to be 7 p.m. Central Time right here at the same spot on Facebook Live. If you're interested in referring 7 people to go through the process of the survey that we have in place, and to give us their feedback on a call, verifying that they've watched the videos and taken the survey and all that. If you refer 7 people, we have a vacation with your name on it. And on Thursday night, we're also going to be giving away a $100 restaurant certificate to everybody who comes on the call. So you want to stay posted. Get with the person that invited you to the call tonight, because on Thursday night, you'll want to be eligible to get that $100 dining certificate, no doubt about it. Now, I'm going to end with this, and that's basically, some of the information. We have 3 packages that you can use to get in position with everything we've talked about. We have a basic membership package. I'm just going to give you the rough details. It's a $130 investment one time and $39.95 a month. We also have a recurring fee annually that's $49.95 on an annual basis. The titanium package, which is favored above the basic, of course, because you don't have Dreamcations in the basic package, but the Dreamcations are part of the titanium and above. That's $180 one-time investment, $70 a month, and it's a $49.95 annual fee, which is included in your first payment of $179.95. With that particular package, all of the Dreamcations are open up to you, and literally you'll be able to use the dollars from the moment you get started. Those dollars, and every monthly that you're putting in, those particular dollars on a monthly basis, what you're putting in on a month, they'll be met by the corporation, matched by the corporation. So you're literally getting a 2-for-1 investment on what you're putting in, and you'll be eligible for what we call tier 2 pricing on all the Dreamcations. If you really want the best that there is to offer, you'll want to be a platinum like myself, and when you do that, you're literally getting tier 1 pricing on all the Dreamcation, and that's the difference of whether you're going to pay for your extra vacations, if you're going to pay $200, $150 to $200 for the week, or you're going to pay $0.00 for the week. If you really want to make sure that you're maximizing your investment, platinum is definitely the way to go. But we say this: it matters not to us how you get started. What matters most is that you get started, because we are launching out into the deep. Again, 27th February, we have the drawing, and that name or word that you need to text is travel feedback to 830-522-2110. Tonight, I'll end with this. We have some special bonuses. Thanks to our coach, Curtis Cross, Team Favor. Listen, we have some $1 million earners with a heart of gold that want to see everybody win. And I won't give you all the details, but if you're interested in finding out how we have resources to help you with credit repair, establishing your business credit, real estate training, getting that started, or even graphic design, we have some bonuses with your name on it. If that is of interest to you, go ahead and get with the person that invited you to this broadcast, because what we're going to do is we're going to put something in your hand that's going to be more than worth it. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we've covered most of everything that we needed to cover. Let me go to some of these comments here. There we go. Minister Lisa, stop tripping. I love it. Stop tripping and start vacationing. Be our next winner. She says she is grateful for this opportunity. Absolutely. That makes two of us. And then we have the hotel sites, y'all. Look at this. These are all the hotel sites. I encourage you, ma'am. I encourage you, sir, to go to. We got Pastor Danny there. Love travel, besthoteldeals.com. I love it. Man of God, Kevin, all the way up in New York, thehotelsite.com. There we go. We got them there. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's just a matter of time. And this is the last thing I'll share with you. I don't believe any one thing is for everybody. I just don't. And maybe travel is not for you. 90+% of the people on the planet would disagree, but maybe you're not in that percentile. It's not for you. That's totally fine. Please don't be offended. We just wanted to invite you to see this, and we want to encourage you to do this for us, even if it's not for you. There's somebody that you know that can so desperately benefit from a free vacation. Not only can they benefit from a free vacation, but they can probably benefit from mostly everything that I've shared tonight. Will you be kind and courteous? Will you help us share this message with those that you know? If someone reached out to you tonight, will you take this same presentation, this same broadcast? Will you put it on your Facebook wall? Will you share it in a group? Will you help them to meet some people if they took the time to invite you and you say it's not for me? Go ahead and share it with some people that you know, because I guarantee you that you know some people that right now at this moment, they're about to set up their next cruise, their honeymoon package, their family reunion, their girls getaway or whatever. And the person that invited you to this broadcast, they want to be a blessing in your life, and they hope that you'll be a blessing in theirs. Go ahead and share this, and we will be winners together. Listen, guys, we are Joshua Generation, and we are claiming God's promises together right here, right now. Y'all have a great night.